Welcome. This is a 20-minute bedtime yoga for tension relief and relaxation. Hopefully, this class can tuck you right into bed or at least relax the mind and body after a stressful day. We'll begin seated on our knees and just tucking the toes. Now you can keep the hips at the heels or just lift the hips, so taking a bit of that pressure off of the feet. And maybe just finding a gentle sway. So really just getting the blood flowing throughout the legs, the root of the body. Sometimes we have restless legs at night or even after a long day. This is a great way to release some of that annoyance or tension within the legs. And we'll untuck the toes, shake them out. Taking the knees nice and wide here if that feels best today. You can come right into your wide leg child's pose, forehead or cheek to the mat. If you'd like, keep the knees closer together. You can also modify by placing pillows underneath the hips, between the hips and heels, and a bunch of pillows if you'd like underneath the torso for added height and support. That's always a nice way to offer a bit more of a restorative posture. Drawing the breath into the chest. And as you exhale, softening the shoulders, the upper back, the arms, the hands. We'll draw the breath into the belly, maybe expanding the lower back as you inhale. So just feeling the waistband of your pants getting tighter here with each in-breath. As you exhale, softening the hips, the feet, the toes. We'll gently release, coming into a tabletop pose and just finding some organic movement. Maybe rocking side to side. Maybe circling the hips. You can even drop the hips. You can even do a few cat-cows here if that feels best. And we'll go ahead on an exhale, send the hips nice and low towards the heels. As you inhale, rounding through the spine all the way down to your belly, take your time. Resting on the forearms. Now you can have the elbows underneath the shoulders or a little bit more forward for less of a back bend. And we'll tuck the tailbone, pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Inhale as you lift the sternum up, softening the shoulders. Option here to gently sway side to side if that feels best. Getting a bit into the ribs, the side body. And we'll plant the hands under the shoulders. Use a bit of your strength here, pressing yourself all the way up. We'll come to seated, planting the feet on the mat. Knees are bent. And just kind of taking a forward fold here. Have the feet nice and wide and maybe even pulling the flesh from your sit bones back so you're nice and grounded. Drawing the chest forward between the knees. Maybe even just rocking side to side. So just exploring here. See what feels best for you. Coming out of your gentle fold here, we'll lean back, use your hands as support, rocking the knees side to side, gentle rock, just getting into the glutes, into the hips. And then we'll go ahead and drop the knees over towards the left so that the left shin is parallel with the left side of the mat. Bottom of that left foot rests on the top of that right thigh. And you can sit upright or begin to fold over that left thigh, kind of walking the hands towards the back of your mat. So this can kind of be a pretty intense pose. Feel free to rest your torso over pillows or just stay seated upright. And if this just doesn't work today, perfectly fine. Come to something that does feel best. So you want to feel good in each movement and stretch and pose that you do. So just acknowledge that, be mindful, and honor the body throughout your entire practice. Just drawing the breath into the belly, maybe expanding the lower back as you inhale. You might notice the left side body starting to expand with each inhale. And as you exhale, doing your best to soften the legs, the belly, the upper back, the arms, as much as you can. And we'll gently release, switching sides, so just dropping the knees over towards your right. Option to stay upright or go ahead and fold over that right thigh. And of course, you can modify with pillows, or you can take a pose that feels better for you today. Again, working with the breath, creating space with your inhales. And completely letting go with each exhale. And we'll gently release, coming all the way up. We'll come to our backs, hugging the knees towards the chest as close as you can comfortably get them. And when you're ready, we'll release, planting the feet on the mat, big toes to touch, allowing the knees to fall open, bottoms of feet to touch. Hands to your sides, palms facing up for supine butterfly pose. Option here to place pillows underneath the knees for added height and support. You can even place pillows underneath your entire back and head just for a little more height here. Drawing the breath into the belly. As you exhale, softening the outer hips, the groin, the knees. Softening the ankles, the feet. Maybe even notice if you're holding tension within the ribs. Just allow the ribs to soften. Inhale, lifting the knees up, straightening that left leg. And we'll go ahead and take the elbows in line with the shoulders as you cross that right knee over towards the left for a supine twist. Back stays flat on the mat. Now, option here, you can, instead of just tossing one leg over, you can take both knees over, stacking the knees, and just taking them over towards the left. Otherwise, you can also come to a pose that feels best for you today. You can even place pillows underneath that right knee for added height and support. For less of a twist, you can place a pillow or folded blanket underneath the right shoulder. Again, creating space with each inhale and completely letting go with each exhale, doing your best here. Inhale, we'll switch sides, lifting that right leg, straightening it, and then crossing that left knee over. And again, you can either cross that left knee over towards the right, or you can stack both legs and toss both legs over towards the right. Option, of course, to modify as well. And we'll lift the knees, gently rocking the knees side to side here, rolling over the glutes, the sacrum, the lower back. We'll take the knees in towards the chest, grabbing the outer edges of the feet, bottoms of feet to touch, and you can stay here rocking side to side, or you can open the feet coming right into your happy baby pose. Release, taking the feet to the bottom of the mat, hands to your sides, palms facing up, preparing for shavasana. So taking this one moment out of our day, out of our practice, sometimes out of our week, to just be, to be here for self, and maybe to give gratitude for showing up to the mat today. As always, know that you are worthy of this time and space. This space is here for you anytime that you need. We'll rest here for a few more moments. We'll gently begin to wake up the body, wiggling the fingers and toes, rocking the head side to side, maybe bending the knees. We'll roll over towards our right, full inhale, full exhale. Gently come to a comfortable seat. Inhaling the hands up overhead. Exhale, heart center. Thank you for joining. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it below, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates on future videos and live streams.